Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. My name is Sifu Bryan. I'm a Northern Pro Mantis Kung Fu teacher with 30 years experience. It is the 13th of September 2020. Welcome to my weekly quote, guys. Let's get straight to it. Discussion is good. Controversy awakens the spirit and gets people to think. Love it, love it, love it. Very, very true. I'll probably say a few things in this video that's going to sound controversy, or it may sound like conspiracy theories or so what. That's fine. Everyone is welcome to their opinions. That's what makes the world go around. So one of the things I would say is that in today, relatively very few very few styles of Kung Fu even practice sparring. It's all about the performance, and you see it a lot. A lot of Kung Fu people cannot fight. They can perform, but they cannot fight, which is a shame, because I believe that every art that is practiced can be used in a combative situation, but for whatever reason the teacher, because it's down to the teacher to lead, does not train. They'll switch up a Kung Fu person from, okay, this is Kung Fu, which is showing the performance side, but then they say, right, combat, gloves, and they fight like kickboxers. No good. You know, that shows me a lack of belief in what you do. But with us at the Praying Mantis, I teach the students to fight using Kung Fu or using the Mantis. It can be used, and it's very potent and very deadly. So we train to perform, but we do train to fight using the Mantis. Now, there's probably more stuff I will say in what's going on around the world, and which may sound which may be controversy or conspiracy theorists, but once again, going back to this quote, fantastic. Discussion is good. Controversy awakens the spirit and gets people to think. People are not thinking. They are not thinking. And going to conspiracies and stuff like that, well, people seem to think that when you say to someone, oh, you're one of those conspiracies people, it quietens them up. But that's what it was geared to do. The CIA back in 1967 invented this word conspiracy theorists to shut up people asking questions about the assassinations of Kennedy. So they use that word, and people say, oh, okay, you know, but that's not going to have effect on us. We would say we are truth seekers. We want to know the truth. Now, conspiracy theorists, people do use this word, and it has great merit. It's used in the court of law, and here we go. It says they were accused of conspiracy to commit murder. That's one. Uncovered a conspiracy against the government. In criminal law, a crime conspiracy exists when two or more people agree to commit also almost any unlawful act, then take some action towards its completion. Well, I think many governments have been involved in conspiracies, and many criminals, many people in general. So when someone say conspiracy theorists, then hey, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But we are truth seekers. And don't allow people to shut you up, or they want you to put that mask around your face so you can't speak. And by the way, that mask is symbolic for cover up and making sure you stay quiet. We don't want that. Yeah, we want to be able to express ourselves. We are not machines, even though they would like to turn us into machines. We are human beings, and we want to stay a human being. But unfortunately, they're trying to turn us into machines and fearful of each other. We've got to resist as much as we can against that. It's about love and unity. But anyway, let's go into another so-called controversial thing. So another thing, the PCR tests. The past month, they have completely ramped up these tests. Now, could it be that they've ramped up these tests in the anticipation of the Coronavirus Act, which is they're going to be coming in with? They're going to have to review this act to see if they want to extend it for another 6 months, which to me will be very harmful to the community and to the country. It will be bad. It will be bad. But these PCR testing, what they said is that the test is for an umbrella of coronaviruses. Because if you don't know, when you have a cold, you have a coronavirus. So a coronavirus isn't new. Yeah, all colds, all types of colds have coronaviruses within them. All right. Now, what they're saying is that the PCR test cannot isolate the COVID-19. It doesn't isolate it. The coronavirus can last in your system for 6 weeks. So you could have had a cold a month ago and be positive. So these tests are not accurate, and you're basing a plan on these tests. Does that make sense? So for me personally, you're basing a plan on this. To me, that's criminal. Yeah, it's not great. In this country, cancer deaths, you've got 500 people die a day in the United Kingdom of cancer. 400 people die of heart disease in this country a day, but yet there's no restrictions on this. What about obesity? Maybe you should close down the McDonald's and the Burger Kings, yeah, because of obesity. Are you going to do that? Our Nightingale hospitals that were built all over the country, guess what? They all closed. They were not used. So remember, it's supposed to be a pandemic overwhelming the NHS, but these mobile hospitals were never used. The hospitals that we've got already were never at its full capacity. Never. And that is why you're getting a lot of stories of people saying that these hospitals are empty. I'm hearing things of now that you may even have to make an appointment to get into the accident emergency, which is a joke. Make an appointment. Anyway, this is where the world is going. But if we don't question things, it will get worse, But let's go on. Another controversy, what did I say? 35,000 children were killed in India taking this vaccine because they were being tested and they died. The Indian government at the moment is suing Bill Gates. What else is there? But also, how about these governments, health ministers promoting good health, as in exercise, fresh air, children to interact with their peers, vitamins. They have medicines already for this virus, and yet they've subdued it. This medicine's been around for 60 years, and I don't want to say it because I don't want my video to get banned. Yeah, yep, that mask has gone back on my face again. And I think we all know what that is. That cure. Alright? For 60 years it's been about. So they've already got the cure for this thing. They could end this tomorrow. But we know it's not about curing. It's about money, power. Now there's a beautiful march I hear going on at the 19th and 26th of September. Going against the act that's coming in, the Coronavirus Act, which they're wanting to extend. So this is like, I think a couple of days before. So people are going to be marching to say they do not want it extended in Trafalgar Square. There was 40,000 people last time, even though the media said there were only a couple of hundred. Lies again, but we know the media is in cahoots with these companies and so forth, and it's just a big mess. But like we said, you know, guys, follow your hearts. That's all we say, follow your hearts. I think this world, there needs to be more love, more compassion, and all the things they're asking us not to do. It's part of us being a human being. You know, to hug one another, to embrace one another, you know, to touch one another. Do you know do you know how much just being a human being, just hugging a person, that is self-healing. They don't want us to have that contact. They don't want us to heal. You know, our grandparents, or some of our parents that were in these care homes. Unfortunately, the majority of people died in care homes, and a lot of them died of a broken heart because they couldn't see their loved ones. I don't want to go on too much about that. That is painful for the people that were not able to see their loved ones at that time. Now, suicide rates in this country from the 1st of March to May, there were 5,691 deaths of suicides. Can you imagine if they extend this bill, how much more suicides there will be? How much more broken families there will be through divorce? The upheavals of that. The anxiety they've caused already on the children who are not affected unless they have underlying conditions. They've moved from deaths now to cases, because there are hardly any deaths now. They've moved on to cases, which means you're healthy, but you know, you may have it in your system, but as we've said, the PCR tests are not accurate because there are coronaviruses in all your different colds and flus, and they're using this particular test. That is not a good measure. So again, what's going on? You know, is it a conspiracy theorist, as people say? So I say again, guys, you know, you see someone on the street, say hello, be a human, give someone a smile, help somebody on the street, give them a helping hand. Let's turn this negative energy they've got around the planet right now, and let's turn that energy into love, and let's be human beings again. Let's not let them take away that from us. Let's be human. Let's love one another. And I think on that note, we will end it. But guys, love, peace and joy. We will get through this. There was something else I saw, but I can leave that for another quote. But guys, on that note, take care, stay blessed. I'll catch you next week.